We have been hearing from Patti Piburn all morning long, who is in Arroyo Grande at a bee farm, all decked out in bee gear. Hello, Patti.
Yes, here I am in my beekeeper suit, and I have learned so much about bees. It's been such an interesting morning, and there really is. I've only scratched the surface. Our expert here, David Maislin with David's Blue Ribbon Honey, he really is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to bees, bee health, what they do for us, and he also makes some really fabulous honey. Now, we fed the bees breakfast. We coated them with powdered sugar earlier because that's food for them, but it also helps protect them from mites. And there's something else that bees provide other than honey, David, and that is the pollen, which I really just never thought of what a jar of pollen looked like.
Yeah, this is a 5-ounce jar of pollen that will pretty much provide you with 6 or 7 weeks of treatment.
What type of plants did this come from?
Oh, this came from all kinds of wildflowers. The color can vary anything from white to bright red to dark blue to iridescent blue, purple. I've seen all kinds of color. And when I lived in the LA area, the pollen was so diverse down there that I actually took the time to make a decorative jar that I entered into the fair down there. And it had bands, like you'd band different colors of sand.
Like a rainbow thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was
now,
really neat.
I've heard that pollen can treat a lot of different things, but you basically say allergies and regional allergies.
Pollen allergies is really the only reason that you take pollen.
And it would be for this area where the honey is made.
And basically we have the same plants from San Diego to San Francisco.
Okay.
So that's considered local pollen. This is Arroyo Grande pollen, and the way you take it is you start with just 2 or 3 of these grains, and over a 2-week period you work yourself up to a level teaspoon. And then for the next 6 weeks you take a level teaspoon, and at the end of 8 weeks you have basically desensitized your body to pollen. Okay. So your pollen allergies are over. No more Allerest or Cyanotab or any of that.
Okay, so the bees work really hard. We've been talking about just how hard bees work to make what they do, the honey, collect the pollen, and it's a lot of work for you as well. What is this contraption?
This is a pollen trap. It's kind of nasty. What you basically do is cause the bees to go through a really involved screening area where the pollen that they've glued to their little pollen pouches on their rear legs. There's little chunks of pollen, and when they go through the screen, they don't realize it, but the pollen drops into this drawer.
So you collect the pollen, and you can only do this for a short time because they need the pollen. That's what they are using.
Yeah, I'll put the trap on for maybe 3 or 4 days at a time. I'll have to collect it every single day because I can't have the dampness get into it. And then once I get a pound or so, I'll spend 4, 5, 6 hours cleaning it with a business card and a paring knife, 1 little piece at a time.
And then you collect it into the jars. Now, this is just one aspect of beekeeping. It's really complex, and everything about bees, I'm learning this morning, is very complex. So David offers a course. If anyone is interested in learning more about it, you have a beekeeper course, and we'll tell you how to get that information. Also, you are going to set up an observation hive. Where can people see the inner workings, what happens inside the hive?
Well, right now the plan is to have the hive installed in the agricultural building up at the Paso Robles Fair.
The Mid-State Fair?
At Mid-State Fair next July.
Okay.
So we're going to do a family farm layout, and the observation hive is going to be part of it.
So that's a cool way for people. I'm thinking this would be an exciting thing for kids to see inside what the bees are doing and learn a lot about socially how they interact and what the queen does. She, like I said before, Randall, she runs the whole thing. So for someone who's interested in learning about bees, possibly becoming a hobby beekeeper, you offer a class.
I do. I start in December, and I teach people everything they need to know about how to take care of bees. I get them all the tools they'll need, the hives, the frames, the wax, the suit, everything you need to be a beginning beekeeper. And then I teach them how to use everything. I become their local resource and consultant in terms of what to do next and what to do when. And we start in December. The bees get put in the hive in April. So you have from December to April to get them all put together.
Okay, so we've got some contact information. on our graphic there on the screen if you want to get a hold of David, whether it's for beekeeping or swarm control, if you have a hive you want removed. We have more information on myfox11.com. You can find out where you can buy his products, local restaurants that serve this as part of their menu. Randall, again, I could be here all day. There's just so much to learn.
I can't wait to debrief you on the telephone later today. Get all the goods. All right, Patti Piburn all morning long out there in Arroyo Grande. Thank you.